Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Katarina van der Voort and this is Croatia Vibes. This is a channel you come to get informed all about Croatia. So I give you a lot of tips about Croatia. So today we are going to talk about poverty in Croatia. A lot of people ask themselves, is Croatia poor? Or is Croatia rich? So for those people who don't know, is that Croatia is a poor country and it is still developing. It has had a lot of development for the past few years, but we still have a long way to go as a country. So today we're going to talk about poverty in Croatia and reasons why Croatia is poor. And like just to analyze according to my analysis, because I've stayed in this country for 6 years, going to 7 years. So I've seen, and these are my thoughts. I think this is why this country is poor. According to the survey that was done in 2015, 19.6 of the population of Croatia was living below poverty line. So that means a lot of people are still living in poverty. And a lot of people are still poor in this country. So I'm going to talk about that and we'll see. Okay, the first reason why Croatia is poor is immigration. A lot of people are leaving this country. They are going to other countries to look for greener pastures. Since Croatia became part of the EU in 2013, a lot of Croatians saw opportunities to go and work in the rest of Europe, like Germany. Germany has really taken a lot of people from Croatia. There's a lot of brain drain from Croatia. Even just workers, manual workers, people who are plumbers, people who are constructors, who are working in construction companies, they just moved to Germany to go and look for greener pastures, because you find out that here, and the minimum wage in Croatia is about 6,000 kuna. That's about 700 euros or something like that. And then you go to Germany, you find that the minimum wage is 1,500 euros, for example. So you see somebody does their own calculation, and then they find out, I'd rather go to a country like Germany where I'm going to earn more money and live a more comfortable life. So you find out that a lot of people are immigrating to Germany, to other countries, like also to the Netherlands, just to go there and find a better life and also feel valued for their service, because there are a lot of people who are educated here in Croatia and then they end up being frustrated because their salaries are very low, so they go to other countries to look for better salaries. So you find out, actually, instead of the population in Croatia increasing, every year is decreasing, with more than 10,000 people decreasing in this country, going to other countries. So then it means that our population is slowly getting older, and of course it's not good for this country. So immigration is a big issue. So instead of these young people living in Croatia and building their lives here, and of course enriching the country, they go to enrich other countries like Germany and Netherlands and other European countries. You find that they go to those countries to actually enrich those countries. And also you find that Croatia has a little bit less than 4 million people, residents living in Croatia. So that is 4 million people in the whole country. And a majority of people with Croatian roots or even Croatians live outside the country. So you find that Croatia has a population of 4 million people, but there are other 3 million people who identify themselves as Croatians and they live outside this country. So then you find out that there is a lot of immigration happening, and then this makes the country poor. It doesn't make it any better. Reason number two is that there are no industries. I mean, they are there, but they're not so big industries that bring development, that create employment for people, for young people who have talents, who have power and the energy to work and to enrich the country. So you find out, for example, in where I live, in this whole region, I have not seen big industry. For example, I've not seen an industry like a car industry in Croatia. There is no machine that is known like a machine that is made in Croatia. Everything we import all the different cars from different countries in Europe, especially from Germany. So then you find out that people will not want to stay in this country if they don't have industries where they can get employed and actually better their lives and continue with their lives. So then you find that if there were some industries in small villages and also small cities, because there are cities that are smaller, and if you had some industries, then you'll keep people there and they don't have to go to another place. And then you find out that it is easier. It is easier for you as a country because you're enriching yourself, and also it is easier for everybody else in this country. So industries, we should strive to create more industries. The country should make it easier for people with that young mind and that innovative mind to be innovative in this country, to be able to come up with new projects, to be able to come up with new industries so that the country can get richer. Another reason number 4, is unemployment. Research shows that there are a lot of people in Croatia who are unemployed. They don't have jobs in Croatia for young people, especially for those people who have gone to the university and they're looking for white-collar jobs. There are not so many white-collar jobs, so you find that someone has completed university and they don't have a job. So what do? They leave the country. They leave the country, and then you really find that there is nothing else for them to do. So then they just leave the country and go to look for greener pastures in another country. For example, if somebody has studied to be a doctor here and then they don't find a good enough job, then they'll go to another country, for example Germany, where they are paying him better, and also they're in need of doctors. So you'll find that unemployment is a big issue, and I think it is also tied that we don't have industries in this country. So then you find out that those people cannot be employed, especially for people who are looking for white-collar jobs. Because for me, I know that even now we are lacking people who are looking for blue-collar jobs, because we already exported a lot of people to Germany and to other countries in the EU. So then you find that the white-collar jobs, they're not there, but the blue-collar jobs are there, but the people who are supposed to do them are not actually here in this country. They're in another country. So that is something else. Reason number 4 why I think Croatia is poor is because this country doesn't create an environment for investors to come and actually invest easily without any trouble. Because you find out we have a lot of rich people around the world, and they would find Croatia as a beautiful country, as a place to start a business and continue from there, or even buy some property or a house or something like that. You find out that these people are not, Croatia is not really conducive for that. Actually, just yesterday, the rule was changed about retirees from Britain or from the UK and from America and from the Australia, countries with money and would want to invest in Croatia, for them to come here and buy houses. They cannot live here full time. So they can, yes, buy a house, but they cannot live in this country full time. So then you find out they're retirees, they have money, so they're not they're not asking any money from this country, any money from this government. So then their work would be just to spend the money in this country, and that is wonderful for the country to get richer. But instead, the country makes it very difficult for immigrants to come and live here for a long time. Unless you're somebody with money and you can start your own company and have 3 Croatian employees, then you can really just stay in Croatia or live in Croatia. Or maybe you're married to a Croat. But if you're just somebody who is coming to Croatia, maybe to buy some land or buy some a house to stay in, then it becomes a bit more complicated for you because there are so many other rules. So when if I was the president, and luckily I'm not, I would just make it easier for foreigners, for other countries to come to this country, to start their lives in this country, to invest in this country. And that way, we can also get some money, we can create some jobs for people, and those people will not go to other countries. So those are the 4 key reasons I think this country is poor, and it's going to be poor, but then, of course, they are working very hard to become richer country, but at the same time you find out also the government is kind of working against itself, because then if they say that people, foreigners, are not allowed to buy this kind of land or something like that, then that is a bit contradictory. If you really want to invite investors, then it should be easier for investors to come to this country and invest their money in this wonderful country. So then, those are the reasons why I think Croatia is poor. And of course, Croatia is a poor country, but I don't think we are going to remain this long. If you get very innovative leaders, and if you get very politicians who know what they want for this country, and if they can twitch it a little bit more and to look for a way to keep young people in this country, it will really be great, because then it can be nice for everybody, and also improve the healthcare system and make sure that everybody is covered, everybody has their basic needs, that is food, shelter, and everything else that you require as a human being. It will be great in this country. Thank you for watching. I love you.